Okay, so this isn't the first cup of coffee for the morning. This is about number 4, 5, I think. I went to a coffee shop to work this morning. It's just nice for admin and stuff, but then it got too loud. I wanted to do the video there. Then I went to my sister to go and do some content backup and just filing of all the content we've been shooting. And then I had an email to write. So I'm at Johan's house now. He's there. He's very hard at work. Um, what can I tell you? Let's talk about comments on social media. So I don't know where you're from, what country you live in, but surely there's a certain kind of, I want to say common sense almost, in that you know where I live. If you follow my content, you should see that this is kind of bright outside, right? So I posted a reel earlier on, you'll see it. It's amazing something about 2 years ago where we were in Svalbard and we sat down in the snow. It was the last day of the trip, funny enough, and it was heavy snow, but we sat down and Svalbard reindeer by default are quite curious, you see. And this one came up, and you'll see the reel, and he literally put it this way: Terence had reindeer snot on the front of his lens. That's how close this thing came. Great shots. That particular reindeer did it with Sasha as well on the trip. Some amazing experience and photographs. Uh, I suppose the reason, I mean, Svalbard reindeer don't really have predators. Polar bears don't really run down reindeer. I've seen polar bear eat reindeer, but it's not their normal thing. Um, anyway, so I posted this reel on TikTok, and and then the comment is, "Oh wow, that's amazing!" But I didn't know it's snowing in South Africa right now. Like, really? I don't care where you're from, or but South Africa. Anyway, maybe it's just me. The other thing that comment was, and I've had this on TikTok. Mike did a podcast on it recently, and it's going to make for good coffee conversation one day. But these things about, so I posted a reel and a TikTok of a mom lion or lioness carrying her baby, right? No, that's fine. But the thing is, no, Judy, it's fine. Um, but people will say, oh no, look, she's killed the baby and this and that. Which I mean, if people haven't been on safari, that's cool. But the one thing that keeps on coming up, and people fight us on this sometimes, is please don't say where these lions are because the poachers are going to get them. For fuck's sakes, can we move on from this already? Hey? Because, and the funny thing is, people who have not been on safari, they'll argue us on this. So I'll say to them, okay, listen, Corin, why don't you take your hands off your keyboard and just back up a touch, right? Because you haven't been on safari. And let me explain something to you. We can go on safari right now, go on a drive right now, right? We can find in the bush back there any animal, lion, leopard, rhino, whatever. We can drive 5 minutes up the road, come back, and you won't find that thing again because guess what? They move around. Okay. So for me to post something on social media and for you to fight with me and say, I shouldn't do that because the poachers are going to know where they are. Let me ask you this: Kruger National Park, is it a big five area? Yes, it is. It is a big five area, which means there are leopard there and rhino and all these things. How do you? I'm blown away. See, even Sheba is not confused by this. She's confused by this. People who think that I can post a picture of a rhino in Madiki from 2016 and somewhere there's a poacher in the corner of his room sitting, watching my feed, thinking, fuck, I just found a rhino. Let me go and get him. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's, and the majority of places that I visit and that we visited Wild Eye are private reserves. As in, you can't get into the area unless you have a booking. Yes, they cut through fences, but now you're going to go look at my Instagram and think, wait. That tree looks, come on, man. Enough. Enough. I've always had the argument as well that if we don't share the pictures of these animals, people are going to forget what they look like. So, yes, I agree. Let's not live stream stuff and say, okay, guys, it is now 9:42. I'm with this rhino. This is the GPS location, and he's moving in a southwesterly direction. Let's not do that. Still, I don't know. People get so uppity about these things, and people fight with us. They literally have fights with us about this. So go and check out Mike's podcast. I think he did one in the last week about how it's kind of irrelevant to not do it or do it. What else? I had something else that I wanted to talk to you about, but I can't remember now. Is that email okay?
Yeah.
We're adding something.
Yeah.
Good. Mm, it was something else on comments. Um, This was from Instagram though. Oh, negativity. You people posting negative comments. You suck. So, so I post a reel this morning of a leech. Leeches are straight from the devil. They're horrible creatures. But it's from Borneo way back, and a client of mine, good friend, Christopher Michelle, did that. That's actually his Instagram post from years ago. And we were there, and I put my hand down, and this leech climbed on my finger, right? On my middle finger, as it happens to be. So I lifted my finger up like this to show the leech. So many people are like, oh, why did you choose the middle finger? I didn't choose it, just happened that way. But it's funny, you can post anything, and there'll be some Karen somewhere who goes and says, oh, but you chose the middle finger, you're a bad person. Shut up, Karen. Didn't do that. The leech chose it. It's funny, you can post anything. I can go on my story and say, hey, I like pizza. And then some idiot will come, oh, well, what have you got against hamburgers? People need to calm the fuck down. It's enough, hey? It's just enough. Actually, thinking about the comments, we're going to do a very interesting video tomorrow. So for those of you that know, Johan and I do this wildlife photography Q&A video, and normally we ask you guys to send messages in. But tomorrow we're going to flip it up, and we're going to, Krista, who runs our kind of content generation side of the things, she's going to pull a whole bunch of comments and questions off YouTube videos. Now, if you can imagine the deepest, darkest, most strange, messed up people, I think they comment on YouTube videos. It's messed up. So what we can do is, we don't know what she's going to ask us, but we're going to film this live, and she's going to ask us questions from the YouTube channel, and we're going to just answer them. We're going to have a beer at the same time, or we're going to have a beer at the same time and see what happens. So that should be fun. We might stream it live tomorrow on Instagram, but otherwise the video will be out on Friday. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, nothing else really. I'm going to finish up, got a couple of errands to run, and then we go from there. Question for the day. What are we doing? Okay, let's do this. Do you actually, twofold, question, do you comment on YouTube videos, and do you actually read those comments? Like, I used to have quite a bit of fun when Donald Trump was still allowed on Twitter. His Twitter feed was phenomenally funny, and especially the comments. YouTube's even better. So, question for you. Comment down below in the comments. Do you comment on YouTube videos, and even better, do you read them? Because they're fascinating. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. My name is Gerry from Walt and I. Bye.